Excellent. So this is your brand strategy review. You did an excellent job going through, very detailed with all your customers, and I'm really excited about going through them. Uh, it's really fun. I love getting this information back because I learn a lot about a company and the customers and everything. So just briefly, the demographics of your customers, they're between 35 and 50-ish. Is it ish on both sides? Like 30, does it go below 30 sometimes and above?
Yes, it does. And I tried to narrow the age as much as possible, but the truth is, I do have some clients who are younger, and although not much younger than 35, people who are, and I'm not sure about which category this first one is. Which one is this?
Oh, this is just the general about your customers. So
Okay,
yeah.
the general about not, okay. So I have people who come to see me for healing work. Generally, they're 50s or older, but I have had younger people as well. And I can't really say, I can't narrow it much more than that because younger people don't have enough money to pay me,
Mm-hmm.
and older people are sometimes kind of set in their ways and trust
Mm-hmm.
the medical community, and they're not really looking for a natural healer.
Mm.
So this is the age range that seems to be working. I get more of the higher end of that range for people who are looking for developing a new career and taking some classes, learning how to do Reiki and sound and so forth.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, and though I said female, I do get male clients as well, but the
Oh,
majority I would say are female.
on an average, what would you say the split is between
80,
male?
20.
80-20. Perfect.
Yeah.
80-20. So it's still
It might even be 90-10. It's just a
oh
few
90.
guys who come. Yeah.
So not absolutely feminine for your brand, uh, but mostly feminine, we could say.
Yes, correct. And I definitely don't want to have a website that's lavender and peach and oh my God, shoot me now.
We'll try to avoid it. Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah.
All right. And then income, 30 to 60K, and that was right on with your three profiles. I noticed. Typical gender is female, but we covered that. About 10%, sometimes more male, and then your customers visit you in your office. Is that correct?
Yes, I work out of my home.
Perfect.
Most people come to me. However, the clients whom I see over the phone are generally the ones who have a sick dog, and they live anywhere in the world. I've helped people in England and India and other countries, Canada, but mostly in the United States. And so those clients don't come see me, and I am still able to help them. Now, the income 30 to 60, honestly, I'm clueless on what people make. Some people are retired. Some people don't have an income yet because they're just starting out. Uh, but I threw it out there as a number to begin to work from. But honestly, I'm clueless on it.
Perfect. I'm gonna write down some of this because I think it's important. You do a lot of work over the phone. It sounds like too.
Yes.
Works in home office
And I
and
teach classes from my home as well.
oh, excellent. So
Hmm.
phone. Let me add
But
that.
I don't publish my address on my website.
Perfect. That's where this is. You were kind of catching what I was throwing out there. So the question's really about do we add a map to your footer
Right.
to help people. So really, it's an invite only kind of thing.
That's
Uh,
right.
Excellent. Perfect. Because you don't have walk-ins is the real reason.
Correct. Oh my
Perfect.
God. Yeah, I've had teenagers come from a nearby town, probably an hour away, coming to my door looking for a psychic, and that's when I got a mailbox down the street.
Oh, yeah, that's scary. And,
Yeah, I don't want people. No, I even had this weirdo guy call me and said, I don't live far from you. Can I come over? I'm having sexual problems.
oh no.
I said, I can refer you to somebody. And yeah,
So privacy is very important for you.
yeah,
Obviously, with kind of the scope of work you do.
yes.
Um, so excellent, perfect. Perfect. So we'll move on to the next slide. So we're going to cover your three customers. They're your ideal customers, uh, either real or made up. And feel free to let me know if this person's real or she's made up as we go through. And it doesn't really matter. I'm just usually curious, to see if this is like the ideal customer or if this is more your typical everyday customer.
Okay.
So perfect. And then the first one's Brianna. It's really cool because my cousin's name's Brianna, and she's the only person I've ever heard with that name. So it's really it's neat to see that here. So her age is 48. She's female. She's a wildlife biologist and she makes $50,000 a year. I use this photo here. You're seeing this and it probably doesn't match the person in your head. It's really more for me just to kind of have a visual representation in my mind
No, that's fine.
when I'm thinking of Brianna's needs. So
Okay.
excellent. Was I at least close with the person in your mind?
No, you're okay.
Okay, excellent. Uh, so her bio. So I highlighted all the problems that I saw. Uh,
Mm,
it looks like she's not really fulfilled with her work, and it's not really paying the bills.
mhm.
And you repeat that down here too. So it's really important. Like fulfillment is a big part of your brand. It seems like you want to help people feel fulfilled in their lives,
Yeah.
and then defining what she wants, and then is looking for the right teacher to support her on her journey. It's not really a problem, but I think it's like a key piece. She's kind of looking for some solution. Her wants and needs. So you covered her wants very well. It looks like she's collecting crystals, and so there's a lot of curiosity. And it looks like she just kind of wants to dive into the pool a little more.
Yes.
Perfect. And then needs. This is important. Uh, Strong, trusting relationship. So I kind of get from this sentence that you become more than just somebody she would pay. You become kind of a friend, a trusted family member in her life. Is that correct?
Yes. And by the way, this is a real person.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, and she and others like her want to do everything I do. They
Mm.
want to know everything I know. They want to teach like I teach. They want to do what I do.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So that kind of moves you into a what we would call an influencer.
Oh, I'm definitely an influencer.
Excellent. So I'm going to be showing you some influencer blocks. Perfect. Excellent. So she needs a strong relationship. So that really opens the doors, I think, a lot. Knowing so all three of these people really want to do what you're doing. Is that correct?
I'm. I don't remember what I wrote.
Oh, sorry. Maybe
Tell
not
me
the
about it.
third one. The one where she's trying to heal her dog.
Yeah, she wants to do everything I do. Also,
Oh,
yes.
really?
Hmm.
Excellent.
People who are contacting me for their dogs, not everybody is going to want to jump on board with everything that I do. They're just caught up in the emotion of their dog is sick.
Mm,
But the ones who really see the bigger picture are going to maintain a long-term relationship with me, and they will incorporate not only everything that I'm teaching them, but if their dog passes away and they get another dog, they've learned all this stuff they're going to do for their next dog and for their family.
Oh. So
Yeah.
so you're it kind of reminds me of a dentist we did brand strategy for, where he wants to be more of an educator for everybody, to kind of teach them the skills to take care of things on their own.
That's partly it. I'm an educator, I'm a teacher and a healer. I'm
Excellent.
both of those. And so when people come to me for healing, I'll do that, but I'll also teach them.
Excellent.
Hmm.
Let's choose that. Visual growth. Perfect. All right. Cool. And then this is the really important part here: the exceeding her needs. Um,
Hmm.
so your training programs are multi-level. So it sounds like she can kind of enter as a novice, and you can work her through things like Reiki, sound healing,
Yeah.
shamanism, and build her up, to her full potential. Really, is that correct?
Yes,
Excellent.
definitely.
Oh, here's one of the. So when I was copying everything, it's not you at all. It was the software. When I was copying everything over, you'll see these capital R's.
Hmm.
For whatever reason, it was changing Fi to to R. So I don't understand why.
Oh,
I
okay.
thought I caught most of them, but there's one right there.
Right.
So you might see a couple of those. Uh, needs to be easily available by phone. Okay, so so is this so I know you don't want people going to your house or your address, keeping privacy as a number one for you.
Right.
But in terms of phone calls or things like that, would you like your phone number being
Yes.
displayed? Perfect.
Yes. People can call me. Yes.
Excellent. Display phone. Let me write that down. Phone. Perfect. And then do you also do Skype, or is it pretty much just over the phone?
I can do Skype. I also have free conference call. I can do a Zoom meeting.
Oh, perfect.
So I have lots of flexibility.
Zoom. Excellent. The reason I'm asking is I know we've done sites in the past where people want a. I don't know if you've seen a site where there's a little pop up and it says, would you like to chat live right now, or something like that? Would
Right.
you would you be
Yeah.
interested in something like that in your site?
Hmm. Not sure. Tell me more about that. What
Yeah.
does it look like from my end?
Oh, sure. So it's a little tab right here, or it could be on the side. But basically, when somebody's on your site and they've been looking around, you can set up a timer for about
Hmm.
maybe 3 minutes or something.
Okay.
And after about that 3 minutes, that little tab will pop open down here, and it'll
Hmm.
stay in the corner, and it will say, "Are you interested to talk live?" Basically. And so what that would allow them to do is type a question to you, and that could
Uh-huh.
be about pricing or availability, or
Uh-huh.
anything that they might have a question with, and then
Well,
you could reply right there.
that sounds interesting, but it sounds also like I'd be hanging out on my website, which I'm not.
That's the downside. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not hanging out on the website. What I would prefer, however, is if people wanted to submit a question right away,
Oh,
that might be something that they could submit a question and I would get back to them. You know, if there were an alert system that could come to me that somebody asked a question,
perfect.
then that would work and it wouldn't require me to hang out on my website.
Excellent. Yeah, we have a solution for that. Perfect.
You do. Okay.
And it's all included. Everything I'm going to be telling you is included with your package, so you don't have to worry about
Yeah.
anything else. Uh, so phone. Perfect. Okay. Okay. Next we have Britt. She's 40, female, hairdresser, and she's making 30K a year. And her bio, she's working in a hostile work environment. feeling unwelcome and unsupported.
Mhm.
Her personal life has been very challenging, uh, and she's feeling stuck in her job.
Mhm.
And then down here you repeat it again, so it's a very strong statement. She's feeling stuck.
Mhm.
Uh, so it kind of looks like with the last two profiles that these people are kind of looking for some sort of freedom, but they need somebody to kind of tell them it's okay to move towards their goals or their dreams.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, definitely. Yeah. They definitely don't know how to get out of where they are, and that's why they come to see me.
Yeah, and then she's having regrets in life too. So perfect. So you really nailed down her problems, and then she wants to have it all. Who doesn't? uh,
Mhm.
the great business, the amazing relationship, and I did read this part where uh, she was threat. She was told to leave, and she was forced. Yeah, she was forced to leave, uh, and with the threat of losing everything, her clients and all that. She found a new place without skipping a beat. So it sounds like I'm assuming she's a real customer you've had,
Yes.
and that was through your help. You helped her kind of gain the strength to be able to overcome that.
No, she had her own strength.
Oh wow.
Yeah, she did that all on her own. But when she came to me earlier, I told her that if she didn't fix her problem, the universe was going to fix it for her. And that's exactly what happened.
Oh wow.
The universe kicked her out of
Yeah.
that environment and said, okay, you're on your own. So she came to me after that again with a different problem.
Oh, she
So
did. Okay. Excellent.
yeah, so she fixed that one on her own, but she knew it was coming
Oh, she did.
because I told her it was coming.
Oh, so you had your relationship with her, and then
Multi appointments.
perfect, and then yeah, so this happens to her, and then she comes to you for more advice,
Yes,
in
and
different.
that actually is ideal. I call some people, some of my clients, one hit wonders because the work I do is so thorough and so effective that people tell me years later, oh, yeah, you helped me years ago and it changed my life, right? And that was with one appointment.
Oh wow.
Oh, yeah, I get that all the time. But the really the ones that I like the best are the ones who come to see me more than once. They come minimum once a year, better once a month. I like those the best because we get to actually see some results and I help them work through whatever's going on. So with this gal, she was coming about once a month for a while, which was great, and now I see her a little less often. It's not like I want to see people forever,
Hmm.
uh, but I'd like to have more than a one hit wonder.
Oh yes. So I wrote down a slogan, and maybe this isn't correct then. One appointment can change your life, and I was even thinking one appointment can change your life forever, something like that.
It definitely can.
Do you like that, or because it sounds like you don't like the one hit wonders though.
Um, I don't like to make a claim like that because everybody is so different, and it really also depends on if they integrate the work that we do.
Oh
Because I
yes.
have had people come to me on a regular basis, but for one reason or another, they refused to integrate it. And so they kept coming back with the same problem over and over again. But it wasn't anything that I wasn't doing, it was something that they weren't doing.
Oh, they just weren't ready.
Um, More than that, it wasn't that they weren't ready, there was also attachment. Uh, they might say they're ready and they're not, but there's also the very strong attachment to some energies that um, they believe that's their paradigm, that's where they're coming from. And
Interesting.
as much as they want to let go to feel better and all that. They're just not doing what I tell them to do.
Oh.
If they did, we'd be good.
So that should be the slogan, do everything.
Do what I tell you to
do,
do.
do what I tell you to do.
So you're looking for a slogan, is that what I'm hearing?
As I go through, I just kind of like to play around with different concepts. Kind of, we believe in the doctrine of why, I guess we call it. There's an author named Simon Sinek, and he actually has an amazing TED Talk. It's 18 minutes long, and he encapsulates his entire book, which is he calls it Start with Why, and the TED Talk is called The Golden Circle. And that's what this whole meeting in a general sense is about, is discovering your why and your customer's why. If we can communicate those two things, then we can successfully communicate anything for you. So
Okay. I don't want to go with a one-hit wonder. One
Perfect.
appointment can change your life because it puts too much pressure on them and on me.
Oh, very good point. Yep.
Too much. It's like very high expectations. And the truth is, I know that one appointment will change their life. Absolutely, it will.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want to make that claim and have them be too much in their head for figuring out whether their life was changed or not.
That absolutely makes sense. Every time I go, like when I first time I did Reiki, I had all these expectations because my mom did a Reiki session, and it fell short because I was expecting a certain result. I was expecting what my mom went through, not what I went through. So
Right.
it's really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So she needs regular healing and coaching sessions with someone who will listen, and that's big. The listen part, I caught that a few times as we went through this. You're a listener, so I put that in what's called your brand positioning statement. We'll cover that at the end. But I noticed this a lot, listening, and give intuitive guidance, spiritual journey, healer who can guide her. Perfect. And how will you exceed her needs? And then I also pulled this too as a licensed spiritual healer and psychic intuitive. I thought that was very powerful, and you'll see that in the brand positioning statement as well. I'm an excellent listener. There it is again. So I was picking that up a lot as I went through this. However, more than that, I can help remove clouded thoughts. This is all fantastic clarity. Sometimes needs objective answers. Sometimes spirit trying to sneak has been message. My spiritual coaching, healing, and mentoring is exactly what she needs. Perfect. Excellent. And then her name I liked a lot. Is it pronounced Marika?
Marika.
Marika. All right, perfect. I had my computer read it out loud just so I could hear it. And then she's 45, female accountant, and she's making $50,000 a year. I have.
That's made up because I don't know.
Oh, perfect. And so here I have a photo with her and her dog, because that was a big part of her story here. Her problems are dog who is now aging and facing health challenges. Her dog is still not well even after going to the vet and doing all the typical things. Doesn't know where to turn. So it looks like she's looking again. I'm seeing a lot of people kind of searching, and doesn't know what her dog wants. And so this might be a very powerful opportunity to talk about blogging. And I know we briefly covered that with Franklin. A lot of people who are searching for answers typically Google them. And if you were to start a blog and once a month or once a week would be even better, post a quick story about the 3 things that can benefit your life today, or something like that, and help these people who are actively looking for you find you through the Google algorithm using your blog. And then once they find your blog, it's just filled with information that can help them you know, contact you and book an appointment is the ultimate goal.
Travis, you're aware I have a blog, right?
Uh, I thought we talked about it.
I have a blog,
You know, let
and
me.
I've had it for years, and it has, see down in the bottom box, way down.
Oh, right here.
Top,
I didn't see that.
yeah. So I
Excellent.
just added this post, what, this morning or yesterday morning.
Oh, this is fantastic.
Yeah, I have that I borrowed from Google, Wikipedia, I think. But I was doing a search yesterday for Reiki, just to see who was hanging out looking for Reiki, what was out there on Google on Reiki, and I found a video. Are you familiar with Doreen Virtue at all?
No, I'm not.
Okay, Doreen Virtue is a well-known person in my community. I don't know where she lives, California maybe. And she has published many books, and she has also published many decks of cards, like angel oracle cards, that kind of thing. She's very spiritual.
Yeah.
And the video talked about how she used to be New Agey and she used to do Reiki. And now this video was slamming Reiki and saying, "Oh, we don't trust the symbols. We don't know, who those came from." And it was just terrible, and it really got me going.
Oh,
So I wrote a blog article about it, and I even mentioned her name in it, which would show up in search engines.
this is
But
fantastic. I mean, you're doing everything perfect right here. I'm noticing, and you have a very long history.
I have a long history and a lot of blog articles. So if I need to do anything different than that, now Franklin told me that you'd be able to swipe all of those blog articles and transfer them to my new website.
Absolutely, yes.
Those are on WordPress. It is currently embedded in my website.
Yeah, this is fantastic. I mean, your titles are perfect. Your content's very rich.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you could teach us how to blog. Let me put it that way. So you're doing a great job here. This is fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah,
Well,
and you've been doing it for years, since 2014. It looks like.
right. Well, that's when, actually, before that, I was blogging, but uh, the history of my website is this. I had a website in 2006 that I think I made on my own. Then I found a person to make me a website. So she did that for a few years. I had that. And then I wanted to update it and change it. And I went with these guys in England. Why did I do that? It was so stupid. But I had this sense that the website was going to crash. And so I pulled everything off of my blog, all my content, everything. I pulled it right off the website as best as I could. And then my website crashed.
No.
Yeah, it did. I
Oh,
tell you, I know these things. So I went back to my original designer and said, "Please help me." And so in 2014, she redesigned my website with what you see today. And I was able to put all my blog articles back up on it. But
oh. So you didn't lose anything then? It sounds like.
well, I didn't lose anything except my store burned down, is what I called it. I call it my store burning down because when my website was offline, I had no way for people to contact me, and I had to rebuild from scratch.
Oh no.
Hmm. So you can see I must like you a little bit to say, go ahead and make me a new website.
Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
Okay.
I feel really good about it. Yeah, this is fantastic. So how often do you blog? Would you say?
I try to get something up there at least once a month. You can see in the archives December, November, October. Yeah, I try to get there every month. There's
Perfect.
something. I have a newsletter that goes out usually in conjunction with this blog article.
Oh,
Uh,
fantastic.
what I do is I have Aweber, so I'd like to integrate Aweber with my website,
Hmm.
and Aweber will I'll create my newsletter in Aweber. It goes out to all my people. I link to my blog. Sometimes I write a little bit of my blog article in the newsletter, and then they click and it goes to my blog. So I'm sending people to my website that way. And then it automatically posts on Facebook and Twitter for me as well.
Perfect. And I'm writing. Is it Aweber?
Aweber.
All one word. All right. Perfect.
Yes.
And then yeah, is awesome. Just want to write this. I'm gonna send these notes to the designer as well. This is fantastic. Perfect. Yeah, I feel bad. I missed it there. It's right here in your navigation.
Yeah. Now see that menu is different from my main website menu. And the reason is because it was too much of a bother to bother my web designer, to bother Barbara and say, Barbara, I changed my mind on my categories again. Can you please change it for me?
Ah,
And so I just decided to leave it and put a link to my blog in the bottom of the page.
perfect. Yeah, I'm so happy you kept blogging then. This is
Oh, yeah.
it's very rare for us to have such an amount of rich content like this. This is
Now you
perfect.
can go to another website that I have. I own naturalpethealthalternatives.com.
Natural. Here, let me open that.
Okay. When I was talking to Franklin, and he was looking at some analytics, he could see that nobody was really finding that website. So my hope is that I will let that website go and just point it to this website. But I have been blogging a little bit on that website.
And it's opening right now.
Mm-hmm.
My internet always slows down whenever I'm doing these meetings. It's kind of. I try to pre-open everything as much as I can.
Yeah, okay.
So it's just taking its time.
No worries.
Natural pet health alternatives. Perfect. Cool. While it's loading, I'm just gonna jump back over here.
Mm-hmm.
And oh, here it is. It just came in. Perfect.
Okay.
All right.
So this was designed on Weebly, and I made this one myself.
Perfect.
Uh-huh. So several years ago, I wrote a blog article, not on this website, but on my main website, called Frankincense for Dogs with Cancer. And people still call me because they found that article.
Really? That's
Oh,
fantastic.
yeah. Yeah.
So you absolutely understand the success stories of having a good blog. This is
Yes.
fantastic. So are you going to integrate this blog eventually into your main site if you do let
Yeah.
this site go? Perfect.
Yeah. Yeah. I am.
Excellent. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Great job. This is excellent.
Mm-hmm.
All right, perfect. So yeah. So it sounds like your my brand advice was to let people kind of find you, and you've been doing that all this time. So that's
Well, I
perfect.
think that's the only way they've been finding me because I probably didn't align very well with Google in putting in whatever code they needed because I don't know how to do that.
Mm,
So Franklin, when he took a look at it, said, "Yeah, it's not quite right, but we'll take care of it for you." And I said, "Okay."
yeah.
That's one of the reasons why I'm going with you because I need to be found more, and I have not done things right with optimization.
Perfect. Yeah. We've figured out over the years how to communicate with that robot. Because that's what it is. At the end of the day, we're trying to communicate with a lifeless robot. Uh, so, so let me run through this really quick. She wants to leave. She wants to have the tools and knowledge to facilitate health and wellness for her dog. She wants to be able to communicate with her dog. Perfect. And then so you're going to teach her that energy healing.
No, I'm not going to teach her. I'll teach her some of the tools, but I would not teach her animal communication.
All right. Is that something eventually somebody could learn through you?
Um, I don't do that anymore because there wasn't enough interest for it.
Oh, all right. So maybe for
People,
animal communication, is that correct?
yeah, people would rather hire me to communicate with their animal than learn how to communicate with their animal.
All right.
Hmm. That's where the intuitive comes in,
Intuitive,
psychic intuitive.
psychic, intuitive. Perfect. Uh, in energy healing, intuitive guidance, animal communicator can also offer suggestions and protocol dogs needs. Uh, help someone been there, experience worry, trauma, older unwell animal. No, it's a sad story. My wife and I just got a puppy, and the poor guy got foxtails in his ear, and we had to take him to the emergency room.
Ooh,
We could tell he was in pain, but we couldn't tell where the pain was coming from.
and those ear canals are really deep.
Yeah, they are. The vet was very happy. We took him in right away because
Yeah,
he said they would just keep going. There's nothing
yeah.
stopping them. And I had no idea. I was just so ignorant on that. I felt so bad for my little
Hmm.
guy. As an experienced animal communicator, science background provides support. So that's a really, and I'm sure you're probably writing about that. The science behind what you're teaching too. Is that correct?
It comes through. I tend to be more spiritual when I write, but my background is that I was a biology teacher.
Very cool. Your our head content writer. He's actually my brother. He's a teacher in a long line of. My mom was a teacher. My grandfather was the superintendent of schools. Uh,
Hmm.
he's an English teacher though, but I think you'll get along with him too.
Okay.
Uh, veterinary help locally. Holistic vets services don't offer. Chinese herbs. I didn't know animals get acupuncture.
Hmm.
That's really
My
cool.
dog is going every 2 weeks.
Oh, really?
But while she's here at home, I use tuning forks on her, and I also have some polychromatic light pads that I use on her, as well as essential oils. So she's getting a lot of good help. But acupuncture is really necessary for the older dogs, especially.
Oh, really? I need to get acupuncture just for myself.
Yes,
I'm interested in that.
yeah,
Definitely.
I can recommend someone locally.
Oh, in Reno? Do you
No,
know?
no,
Oh,
locally to me.
oh, locally to you. uh,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Every once in a while, I end up in Portland. So, yeah, that would be excellent. I might reach out if I'm heading up there soon.
Yeah, there are a couple of different kinds of acupuncture. Um, One is I just call regular acupuncture, where they follow the meridians and they kind of go where the pain is. And then the other kind that I have fallen in love with is called five elements acupuncture.
Five elements. Hey, let me write that
Five
down.
elements. It is more Chinese based, and the five elements, metal and water and so forth. And based on what you tell your person who's doing this for you, they will figure out what meridians are off balance and open them up. It just is very, very different. They don't necessarily go where the pain is. They go based on what you're telling them and what your pulses are. And I don't know, it just feels different to me.
Really? It
Very different.
it's different than the normal acupuncture.
Yeah, and I don't know if it really is called normal Okay, for the average, maybe
Perfect.
average
I have a
is
lot of ignorance. So.
well, me too in that, because I know there are a lot of acupuncturists that do sort of average acupuncture. They put in the needles in a dark room and they leave you there, and you marinate for a little while, and then they come back and pull them out. But with five elements acupuncture, it's very different. It's needle in, needle out.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, they just get the spot and that's it.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna look into that. Yeah. So this is my favorite part of everything. This kind of takes everything that you've done, all the work, and it brings it down to a couple paragraphs.
Okay.
So this is what in our industry we call a brand positioning statement. It's an incredibly powerful tool. And before we dig into it, I want to say that it's not locked in stone. It's actually, we like for everybody to believe that it's a living document, meaning this document should be changed and adjusted and updated every once in a while, just to make sure it's still in core with the beliefs and ideals of your brand. Um,
Okay.
and so I'll read it aloud here. Second Nature Healing provides health and wellness products, services, and classes to spiritual customers in a professional and empowering environment with a caring voice. We help our customers feel confident and enlightened while giving them calm and clarity. And then this is where I pulled that piece. As a licensed spiritual healer and psychic intuitive, I will develop trust by listening. I will use my knowledge of shamanic traditions and teachings to heal my customers. How do you feel about this statement?
It needs a lot of editing, but not bad.
Perfect.
Uh,
Do you want to take a second and kind of go through it and just give
sure.
me your feedback?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay. So I'm going to start with the second paragraph first.
Uh, as a licensed spiritual healer?
Yeah.
Perfect.
I take out the word will.
Da-da-da.
It's not I will develop trust. It
I
is
develop trust.
I develop trust.
I love that. That's perfect.
Either that or I help develop trust.
I
Um,
develop
but
trust.
just take out will and take out will in the next one. I use my knowledge of.
I use my knowledge. Yeah, I like it a lot.
Uh-huh. Anytime you have an opportunity, Travis, just kind of a rule of thumb, take out any verbs uh, of to be. Take out any to be verbs.
Oh,
Yeah, get rid of them all. They have no place in good content.
perfect. Yeah, no, I'm really loving the way this reads now, too. It's just a lot smoother.
I use my knowledge of shamanic traditions. There's a better way to say that.
That I kind of just tossed in. I don't know if traditions and teachings is correct.
Practices. I would say
Practices.
practices instead of traditions and teachings.
Practices.
I use shamanic practices, or um, and I don't heal anybody. So I'm not healing anybody. And what we say instead is to facilitate healing.
Facilitate.
Yeah, to facilitate healing. That my clients are actually the ones who are doing their own healing, but because I have the tools and the voice and the knowledge and all that, I facilitate it.
Perfect.
Do you
Excellent.
see the difference?
Yes, and that's better than my original idea, which was help. I think this
Uh huh.
works a lot better.
Okay, now we look at the first paragraph, and you have the word we there. We help our customers. And in the
Oh,
second
that's
paragraph, we're saying I.
yes.
So there is no we. It's only me. So I.
I.
Uh huh.
Perfect.
So I do provide health and wellness products, services, and maybe instead of classes, say education,
Education.
services and education. And of course, you won't have the and sign. You'll write the word and.
So services and education spelled out.
Yeah, you would write it out. Yeah.
Perfect.
Um, let's see. You said to spiritual customers. Do spiritual are they customers? I don't call anybody a customer.
Uh,
I know you're calling me a customer, but I don't call anybody a customer.
would you call them
Uh,
clients or
clients, students.
oh students?
Uh-huh. Uh, many people I have are students, but some of them are clients.
Uh,
But nobody's a customer.
Nobody's a customer. Perfect. Um, so students slash clients, or do you like just students or
Clients and students,
clients and students?
or just clients. Clients.
Student.
Let's call them clients. Okay, in a professional and empowering environment. Professional. Why did you say that? Professional and empowering environment.
These are words from the. Uh,
Is this something I said?
yes, it
Okay.
not you didn't say it knowing it was going to be used in a Mad Lib like this.
Okay.
Because that's basically what we do is we pull these words out and plug them in where they that's where the we came from.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
but like I said, it's a living document. So just let me know
Sure.
what you want to change
Okay.
and
With a caring voice. Caring voice. No, I'm not always a caring voice. I let people have it sometimes.
well that's good.
um,
So
and you said this document comes to me, right?
I will send this to you when we're finished with this. Yeah. So going back to the voice though, really quick. What I typically what that kind of lands on is when you pick up the phone, how do you communicate with a client or a student?
Oh,
Um,
definitely a caring voice. Yeah, people tell me all the time how good they feel after talking to me.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. See, I think I felt caring was correct for you, because it's more about how you interact. The feeling a customer walks away. In the voice is more than just obviously on the phone. It can be how you phrase things in text, how you communicate in all aspects of your business.
Okay,
And so
instead of caring voice, can we say with care and compassion?
with care and compassion, yes,
Okay.
with care and compassion.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. And remove voice.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So not we help our customers. How about you will feel more confident and enlightened?
Where would you like that added?
Instead of we help our customers, because I don't do that. I I don't have customers,
Oh,
and
yes.
and it's not we.
Yes. So I have that corrected. So I help our customers, but what should we change that to?
Can we say you?
Uh,
Okay, tell me about this brand positioning statement. Is it all I stuff or is it you stuff?
it's I guess let me tell you the why, the why behind what
Okay.
we're doing here. The idea is we want to create a filter for you to use uh, in terms of all aspects of your business. Say you're going to hire somebody, or you want to bring in a new customer, or you want to introduce a new product, or you want to buy furniture for your office. The idea is you go through this statement and you make sure that chair or that person or that customer fits your brand. Because at the end of the day, a brand is really in its most simple form. It's a promise you're making. and it's a promise to your customers or your students or your clients. It's something that they can understand, and intuitively they will know what you can do for them without even having to go through all of your website and looking at all of your services. So when they walk into your office, they might understand, the chairs might look a certain way, or they might have a certain feeling, or the smell might be a certain
Yeah.
way. And so
That's
it,
all yes.
yeah,
Definitely like that. Okay, I got you now. All right.
perfect.
All right. Second Nature Healing provides health and wellness products. I do, but less so. It is less now about health and wellness products than it is about services and classes. Does that matter?
Um, provides. This isn't a public statement either. So if it loosely fits today, but it's not correct, it still could work. But if you want, I can remove that.
No, no, leave it on there. It's
All right.
actually part of my LLC, Health and Wellness Products and Services. So that's correct. I would like to work on this on my own a little bit more later.
Oh, absolutely. So what I'll do is just send it to you as just a raw text. Normally, I send a PDF, and then that way you can go through it. And when you're happy with it, send it back to me. And
Sure.
this is what I'm going to send to the whole team so they understand your brand.
Okay.
Because it's our filter for understanding how to communicate with your clients
Okay.
too. So that's perfect. Yeah. So I'll send this to you after our meeting.
Okay.
Perfect.
Because you didn't say anything about animals in there.
That's true. Yes. There's nothing in here about animals. Um, yeah. So we could definitely add that too. Really, these are just using that. Do you remember the exercise where you had a timer and you had to choose keywords? That's where we pulled all this out of. So
Okay, I see.
yeah.
Yeah, I didn't do very well with the timer exercise.
Oh, you did really really well actually. You would be surprised how often we get bad responses back. So this is perfect. I'll email this to you. I'm really looking forward to seeing how you do it. And then what I'll do is kind of frame it like this. So you'll have your brand positioning statement with your logo. And a lot of people like to print this out and just hang it up somewhere in their
Okay,
office. And
sounds great.
it's just kind of a nice thing. So that's the end of the brand positioning part. Do you have any questions for me at this point?
No,
Perfect. Do you need a break by chance? Need more water?
I do need more water. I'll
Excellent.
be right back.
Perfect. All right.
Give me a minute.
Sounds good.